Hey, let's stop at a juice bar first before going home.
Okay, let's go to that one over there.
Okay. Hey, this juice bar is old and smells very bad.
Yeah, why though? Are you Caravaggio?
Certo, I'm Caravaggio, the one and only.
Can we ask you a couple of questions?
See,
Can you give us a little background about your childhood, small, not lengthy, please?
growing up my family died of the bubonic plague. Poor and penniless, I decided to apprentice at age 13. I was trained in Milan by the undistinguished mannerist Simone Peterzano.
Then what was your earliest painting when working in a workshop full of artists?
Earliest was the boy peeling fruit. I wanted to focus on the youth of and the tenderness of the boy. My first figure for this painting was a live model off the streets. Later on, I used live models to convert them into biblical holy figures.
What elements did you use in your painting of the boy peeling fruit?
Boy peeling fruit is a painting of a boy doing everyday tasks. The boy's shirt is less smooth and more rough as I was getting the hang of painting. I used the element of tenebrism for its dark background and strong lighting cast on the boy peeling fruit, then the usage of chiaroscuro for the folds of the clothing and the side of the face. The boy is more well kept and does not have dirt on his fingers. I use more of an earth tone palette. The fruit in my painting is velvety, ripe, battered, and about to rot to show reality.
Interesting. So after this painting, what was it that made you into the rebellious person you are now?
I struck out when I finally was noticed by Cardinal Francesco del Monte. He ended up setting me up with a room, board, and gave me money. I had everything.
Why the pause? What was the main focus of your painting of the beheading St. John the Baptist?
St. John's body be found. It is over life size, and the only horizontal figure. From the center of the warden's finger, the action fans out, to the executioner's left hand, holding St. John's partially severed head in place like a butcher in an abattoir while he reaches with his right for his dagger to finish the process off neatly. The old woman, she is horrified. The only character responding sympathetically to the execution. Incredibly, she covers her ears rather than her eyes. The sounds of the actual decapitation worse than the sight. Along with the prisoners as they viewed the horrifying scene of the saint's decapitation.
As horrific as that sounds, let's not beat around the bush. Why flee and end up in Malta?
I killed a man named Renuxio Tomasoni in a duel for the love of my life, Philide Melandroni. I want her to myself and that led to me to kill Tomasoni. I ended up fleeing leaving him bleeding on the floor. I read an article about Tomasoni's death. It reported that he bled out through the femoral artery in his groin, suggesting I had tried to castrate him, for the woman that I loved. The Pope decided to give me the death sentence, and that's why I fled Rome to stay alive, in exile. I continued my career of painting and fighting with others. In 1608, while still wanted for murder in Rome, I attacked Fra Giovanni Rodimant Roro, one of the most senior knights in the Order of St. John in Malta. I went to prison for the assault but escaped to Naples, where Roro later confronted me and disfigured my face.
How would you describe David with the head of Goliath?
We start with David finally cutting the head of Goliath. However, it seems to be my head slices clean off that even blood is dripping down. Then in his right hand which is gloved is his sword with the word humilitas excidit superbium, which means humility kills pride. As David looks at me with a torn of emotions, it must be pity or a mix of disgust and pity for the poor soul he slain. Could be from the guilt of killing a man and stabbing a knight from his outburst. With the tenebroso background, focus on the main figures of the paint.
Should we have told him he died on his way back to Rome?
Nah, it's fine. He'll find out when it comes.